health and a little wealth and a lot of love.
There was a commercial on TV that had this woman with big old eyes. She was staring into the camera, and she was saying it was $250 a bottle. And she says, if you want to lose weight, you need Leptin. You do know what I'm talking about? Okay.
I have no idea what you're
If you guys know what I'm
talking
talking about, drop comments, because I swear I'm not the only one, because I really think my parents were all. And it was $250 a bottle. And then the whole advertising was, if you really want to lose weight, would you spend $250 a bottle? Well, guess what? It works. That's why you would. I'm like, dang. Okay.
We'll have to look that up. We'll have to fact check that one.
I swear to y'all, that was on TV. I was like, dang. Anyway, go ahead.
So leptin is your satiety hormone. So it basically...
I don't even know what satiety is.
So if you're satiated, you're satisfied after you eat. So you're not hungry. So it's a satiety hormone that decreases hunger, and it actually also increases energy expenditure. So it increases your metabolism.
Interesting.
And so leptin, when I said ghrelin is primarily produced by a part of the stomach, leptin is actually something that our fat cells or our adipose tissue is going to release. And so it makes sense, because if you have more fat cells, then that leptin is going to go back to your brain and say, I have plenty of fat storage. I don't need any more food. Don't make me hungry, and speed up my metabolism because I need to burn some of this off. So it makes sense that hormone comes from fat cells or fat tissue.
So it's all, and fat, just in case people don't know, it's stored in your cells.
Mm-hmm. In certain types of cells, yeah.
Got it.
And so if you have high levels of leptin, something that we see in people who are obese, we actually see leptin resistance, which we see with insulin resistance too. So you have really high levels of this hormone, but for whatever reason, your receptors, or the endpoint where these hormones are trying to relay their information, it's just not receiving that information. It's not responding to that information. If that makes sense.
I'm sorry, leptin was what again? It was
the satiety hormone.
The satiate.
Yes. So I'm not hungry anymore.
Got it.
And I'm going to speed up my metabolism because I've got excess fat stores.
Yeah. I was watching this TikTok the other day, and someone was saying something that they honor their hunger cues. So if they have higher levels of leptin, that means they are always hungry?
No.
Or they have resistance to being satiated.
So people who are obese tend to have higher levels of leptin, but the leptin is just not, I guess, efficient at conveying that information.
Gotcha.
So there's maybe a receptor problem.
Gotcha. So hormones could really impact, your weight.
Yes.
Based upon just
that. And those
that.
are just two of them. And, and I spend more time talking about those because a lot of people aren't really aware of them or know, I've never heard of them, but.
Hansel and Grrr.
My stomach's growling. I'm hungry. Ghrelin.
So actually it can be both guys. So Hansel and Gretel. Let us know if you like Hansel and Gretel better or Grrr. I like Hansel and Gretel better. Okay. So how do we know if our hormones are imbalanced?
So...
Well, before I ask this question, I know I just asked it, but I'm going to make a statement. If my doctor's listening, turn off. But when I asked to check my hormones, he kind of rolled his eyes a little bit, because I guarantee you this, again, guys, this is really hot and trending topic. I don't know if you had the same reaction. I was like, you know what? I want to check my hormones. He kind of rolled his eyes, and I never brought it up again. I probably should get it checked because I want to know. But yeah, so how do we know they're imbalanced?
So, maybe let's back up a little bit to talk about
back it up.
Some of the other hormones that are implicated.
Drop it low.
I haven't really discussed or mentioned these, but like GLP-1 and GIP are also hormones.
But in GLP, isn't that the Ozempic?
Yes. So
that's also a hormone.
The main reason that I mention it is that they're considered incretins is what class of hormones they're a part of. And so both GLP-1 and GIP, they act by slowing digestion.
Right. That's why Ozempic is so effective. If you guys have not watched that episode, Ozempic face, Ozempic butt, that was last time.
Yeah, so Ozempic and Wegovy, as we talked about in a prior episode, they are GLP-1 agonists. So they will act like that hormone, where they will act on that hormone's receptor to enact that hormone's the message that that hormone wanted to send. Whereas the medications like Mounjaro and Zepbound, they are both GLP-1 and GIP agonists. So they act like both of those hormones. There are two hormones that they're acting like, basically. And so those we obviously know that those have an impact on weight gain and weight loss.
Right. They make you disinterested in food. If it's just summing that up, that's what. Because guys, I'll be honest, I'm probably 25 pounds overweight. I lost, I don't know, 65 pounds or so. Like I don't think, I'm not associating weight with the number for my happiness. I just know what my optimal feeling is at a certain specific weight. It's been a very long time since COVID since I've done that, which that was talked about last episode. Go ahead.
Yeah, so, and a lot of times it's not just the fact that you're a certain number on the scale, it's that you feel a certain way.
Exactly.
You feel tired, you feel tired, you feel sluggish, you've got brain fog.
Down, like I feel like the weight, I can feel it heavier for me. It's harder to breathe. Like it's a real thing.
Yeah.
Like I feel it.
Yeah, so those are some of the hormones that maybe are directly implicated in weight gain or weight loss or those cues. We talked about cortisol, the stress hormone, and it can directly impact weight gain and weight loss. It tends to impact even, especially for women, it impacts the abdominal fat storage, and it also impacts, certain other activities. So it can impact your ability to feel motivated or to want to participate in physical activity.
Am I allowed to be vain?
Mm-hmm.
With a little health and a little wealth and a lot of love, that's a life that we live. Suits and scrubs.